Pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to my stream. I'm Bye Money. Good morning, guys. Hey, if you guys are just joining, make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's going to be today. Bull trend, bear trend, trading range type day. And also, drop a GM in the chat with your location. That helps us know where you guys are from. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Welcome, my pandas. My pandas. Welcome to my stream. Glad that you guys could be here. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh man, I was just saying right now. I took a small hit yesterday. I honestly I kept trying to fade this trading range. Ends up being a double bottom and going, kind of like this measure move of this trading range. Alright, we kind of get the measurement of this trading range here, and but I kept trying to fade this trading range, and I did not expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 traps in a row. Doing this. Spiking channel maybe. Unsure. Could be like a spiking channel like this. Spike channel. Could just be this trend line holding here. But I kept trying to fade this, and I got hit maybe 2 or 3 times trying to fade this trading range, and I got burned. So had a red day yesterday. You can see my progress on the top left of your screen, and eventually ends up going back into the trading range, but that's after it breaks out of it, kind of, and kind of hard to tell when it will break down into here. But yeah, I think pretty much at the end, this trading range, fading this breakout didn't work out because this was in this like small pullback bull trend, and that's what ended up hurting me yesterday. Ooh, I'm about to take this Pikachu here. Kind of like this Pikachu. I'm gonna keep an eye on that one right here. Let me do a reload real quick. But yeah, that's what kind of like hurt me yesterday, and that's kind of why I was red yesterday. But you can look at the top left of your screen. If you're new to the channel, this current series is trying to pass an Apex evaluation in order to get a $150,000 funded account where you can trade Apex's money for your profit, taking zero risk, right? You take 0 losses. Ooh, okay. I'm interested in taking this Pikachu down because we basically had this uptrend, break a trend to new high, and I would consider going short here with this trap trade. Right, this went under the 20 minute. It should have gone up here, but we're in a good spot for reversal. This is a second entry long, but on the other side we have this Pikachu, and this long, it's not something you want to look for because essentially we had this breaker trend to new high. I just don't want it to be an outside bar reversal, pandas. I hope it's not, and it'd probably come back to the bottom of this this channel here that I have drawn. I really hope it doesn't make an outside bar reversal, but we shall see. Hey, good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Power Trader, good morning. Let me say good morning. Come on, pandas here. Kellyanne, good morning. Stable, good morning. I'm not sure if I've seen your name before, so welcome to the stream. If this is your first time, glad you guys can join us. Bernadette, Addison, good morning, everyone. Jonathan Hotspot, Chicago in the house. Sleepy Joe, evening from AU. Aaron Korn, good morning. Trying to get that bamboo today. I'm gonna attempt here to take this. It's before the market open, but I like this. I like where we're at, and I like this setup here. I like how we have room to bottom of the trading range. Strong bear bar, ending near its low. Looking for one more push down here. Right, we had break a trend to new high already. 10 more ticks. Ooh, it already triggered there. I'm in this trade. You have about 2.25 point risk here. That ended on its low, so I kind of like that ending on its low, and the very next bar it just went down. So looking for a scalp here. Maybe it's to the bottom. Maybe we can get a small runner here. Sorry, in this trade. Saying good morning to you guys, but saw this trade, saw this Pikachu trade. I'm gonna take it. Tickling. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. See if we can get anything on this runner here. I mean, obvious target is the bottom of this channel. Let's go, baby. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We'll just start off the stream with a quick scalp, real quick. I like that area a lot. You know, break a trend, bouncing off the top of the channel here as well. Thinking at least to the bottom of the channel, but I'm gonna manage this swing trade properly. As you know, we go down. I'm gonna keep on adjusting it. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Duncan Kilgore from Tulsa. Good morning. Richard Belmont. Good morning from Colombia. Janelle Shiver. Good morning from Florida. I think I've seen your name before, but I don't think I've seen it in a while, so welcome back. Aaron Korn. Panda. Jessica Barkle. Good morning from Florida. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thim Chone. Good morning. Beach Bum. Good morning from North Carolina. Richard Harris. Good morning. Good morning. We got a run here, pandas. Ooh, should I just take my 4 points? Or ooh, this is pushing pretty hard. It's pushing pretty hard. I'm gonna let this run here. Let's go, baby. I'm gonna let it run. I don't want to just take my profit here. I want to actually be able to move my stop loss and take as much as I can from this runner. SW Blaze, good morning. Futures Trader, good morning. Duncan Kilgore, +1 on Pikachu. Let's go, baby. Russell H. I took that short with you, Panda. Don't copy my trades, but glad that you did, because we got our bamboo. We already made our bamboo today. Now we're just in this runner. Let's see how far this runner can go. Icky, good morning. My pandas. RP Mink 12 with a thumbs up. Appreciate it. I hope that thumbs up, you can just scalp that like button. Hit that thumbs up button on the video. That actually will be nice as well. Kirk Reed, good morning. Phil W. from Toronto, good morning. Ooh, looks like the runner is... I mean, I wouldn't even got my 4 points yet, so that's not even worth... It's only 3 points. I'm okay losing this, but I would have liked it if we got a nice runner here. But I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like a channel here that we're going. And if we do come down here, we could bounce off of it. But regardless, I'm just gonna manage it just as I would any other runner. I would like a couple swings down. You know, we're still in this downtrend, and unless we had good reason that this would reverse, you know, I'm gonna stay in this runner. Like, we probably want to break a trend to a new low. That's typically what happens. So we want to break a trend here and a new low, and then on a reversal I might stop out my runner. But as things are right now, I'm just gonna hold this runner. We have some buffer here, which is nice to have, especially when you have a runner. But I mean, looking at this channel, I mean, we're kind of at the bottom of the channel. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back up to stop me out on this runner. Russell H, I don't copy your trades. Yeah, good thing you don't, because you would be a red panda. So I do appreciate that. Yep, don't copy my trades, but if you see a good setup and you like it, let's do it. Let's go, baby. Just chilling here. I mean, a lot of us would want to just stop this runner out because we're like, oh, I don't like this wick here. I don't like this price action. And a lot of us would just want to stop this out, but I have no reason to try to stop this out, other than maybe protecting like $100. But in my opinion, like, you gotta at least make, you know, I usually, you know, trade 4 contracts. So in my opinion, you need at least 3 contracts worth on this runner, which is 3 points. It does make 3 points here, but Scott Hubbard, good morning from Lancaster, Ohio. Kirk Reed, Scott Hubbard, SW, Blaze, these pandas, as you can see. Kelly Ann, you got your second entry on your badge. Congratulations. All of these pandas have been supporting this channel for at least 6 months, so I do appreciate your support. My pandas, thank you so much. My veteran pandas here in the panda army. We're just watching. It's actually pretty slow, these candles right now. It's one candle is taking about 5 minutes to print, and that's pretty slow for a 2000 tick candle. Usually 2000 tick candle is more closer to like a 3-minute candle, but when the volume is low, it will be like a 5+ minute candle on the 2000 tick. So that's kind of how I know if volume is slow or not. How long these candles take to make. Good morning, good morning. As you guys are rolling in, as you guys can see, I'm already in a trade here. I have a runner. And the nice thing about runners, right, I'm protecting my capital here, so I can't really lose on this runner. I'm going to make a little bit of money, right, at least, right? I won't even lose on my commissions here, because I have it break even plus 1 tick. And so because of that, we have a nice little setup here, right? You can consider this free money. I mean, in my mind, this is not free money, this is earned money, right? The $75 right now that's marked on the bottom left of the screen, you can see how much this trade is making. If I'm in a trade, the bottom left will show you how much money is in this trade. Once I'm done with the trade, if I'm flat, you can see in the bottom left my P&L for today. Okay, I got stopped out, but let's go, baby. Our runner got stopped out. It's all good, pandas. Money's money. That actually had some slippage there. Like, I should be at 62.5 right now, but that moved up so fast that actually gave me some slippage, and so I actually lost my commissions on that trade. It actually got me out at exactly break even, and that is what it is when you do live trading. That's what happens. Futures trader asks, will I lose some drawdown? If you look on the top left of your screen, if you can calculate it, I'm actually like down like from yesterday like $1,000, a little more than 1,000, and yesterday I had a red day, and so all of this basically won't really affect my drawdown until I get back to my max account amount, like the highest my account's ever been. If I get back to that point, then my my max drawdown will change. But you can see in the top left of your screen my max drawdown right now. and yeah, it probably won't change unless I make over $1,000 on the stream. Then it probably won't change. I need to get back to the highest point of my account. So welcome to the stream. About 10 more minutes to the market open. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. It helps out the stream a lot if you support us that way. Ending the poll here. Most of you guys think it's going to be trading range day today. So for those who are interested, if you want to open an Apex account right now, I believe the coupon is done. I'm not sure if there's another promotion, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one for Black Friday. But no promise. I have no idea. This is the first time Apex evaluation will get to a Black Friday. So, but for those who are wondering what's happening here, welcome to the stream. I'm Bye Bye Money. If you guys are just joining, make sure you scalp that like button. Also, what we're doing on the stream, welcome to my Apex challenge. I am trying to, they extended to January 22nd. That's huge. Brandon Jones, all right. Let me see. I need to find a link on that. I need to confirm. Because I'd love for you guys to keep getting that coupon. Yeah, I'm gonna need to find that. I'm gonna need to find where it says. Man, this website is so terrible. If you go to the Apex website, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty bad. It's literally like what you would make on Angel Fire when you're like 10 years old. Looks so bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna put the coupon code until I find until I can confirm that. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure where it says it's from January 22nd. I don't know. If someone can link me. If one of the pandas can link me, confirmation of it ending on January 22nd, because that'd be great for anyone who wants to open an Apex account. But for those who don't know, Apex gives you, it's a funded account, and it's exactly what it sounds like. They give you $150,000 to trade with, and you get to trade as if you're trading a $150,000 account. But in order to get the $150,000 account, you need to first pass an evaluation. And right now, I'm trying to pass that evaluation. And also, when you get the funded account, I mean, you don't take any losses. You only take profits, and so you keep 90%, I believe. And yeah, I mean, I think you believe you can take the first 10,000 at 100%, but afterwards, basically, you have yeah, you take it 90% after that. So welcome to my journey. Passing this evaluation. No pandas, trust me, I'll pass it. I'm gonna pass this. Let's go, baby. What kind of day do I think it's gonna be today? We'll find out. We shall find out. Something interesting happens here overnight, though, pandas. Right, you had this two-legged pullback. A, B, C, and this bar right here, if you were short here, this bar would be your risk. This tool here does a 2 times your risk reward. And so if you do 2 times your risk reward on this bar, guess where you go? You go exactly where this bounces off. And so there are swing traders here going short there. Right, swing traders went short, trying to get 2 times their risk, and they took their short there, and that was at the 10,000 You know, there's no coincidences. There's a reason why we bounce off right there, and because people took their profits from this 2 times risk, and they came and actually, yeah, even though they didn't got filled, they're still in this trade. You do have a small trading range here, but that's a 10,000 tick chart. Overnight, if you took that short, you could have got 2 times your risk. It's a nice little trade there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a quarter points basically, if you couldn't have gotten to that, or basically 11 points. Market's about to open in 3 minutes, pandas. Yeah, if you got chopped up yesterday, you know, I was like staring at this trading range for about like the entire stream. I was just watching this and I was like, this is terrible. Like I wanted to pull my hair out. Sorry, I wanted to pull my fur out. And finally breaks down, and now it just does another, it goes straight into another trading range. And when it goes straight into another trading range, I wanted to pull my fur out here as well. But you know, was able to take advantage of couple of these swings here, but right here is what got me. This chop here, right? You get 5 traps to the upside. You get 6 traps to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so if you ever try to fade this breakout, you know, you got trapped out at least, you know, maybe 2 times here. And yeah, it was just one of those days, right? You have a 2-legged pullback here, and this 2-legged pullback fails, right, and it reverses. So that would have gotten you right there with a good signal bar, big push up, and it ends up into another trading range. It was just trading range into trading range into trading range into trading range into congestion into trading range. It's just kept happening all day yesterday, and yesterday was a tough day, I think, for a lot of people. But some people like these kind of days. But in my opinion, you know, when you go trading range to another trading range to another trading range, to me that's a hard day, because you don't know which way these trading range will break out. You don't know when they'll break out as well. So, I mean, the trading range indicator helped us realize, right, we're in these choppy, you know, market cycles, but still very difficult, especially when you're trading live, because you have your temperament working against you. You're just like, I just want to get into a trade, and at a certain point you get so weak in your mental capital, you're like, I'll just take this one, I don't even care anymore, and that's what happens. So. Yesterday, I mean, I got chopped up, you know, trying to fade these trading ranges, and it is what it is. But now we know. Now we know, pandas. We learn from our mistakes. We move on. Let's go, baby. We have about 30 seconds to the market open. I do have this channel here working, and I think it's a valid channel for the moment. It might be bouncing off the bottom of it. Kind of hard to tell. Market just opened, pandas. Let's get our bamboo. Let's get our bamboo today. And make sure you guys scalp that like button. On this channel, we trade only one single instrument, the S&P futures, the E-mini, the ES, the Super Bowl of trading, the most liquid market in the world. S&P futures. We trade it here every single day live, starting from 9 a.m. Sorry for the landscaping, but also we only trade one single setup, the 2-legged pullback setup that looks like this: A, B, C. 2 legs down or 2 legs up, and in the right context is greater than 90% probability to make a point for us. If you want to know more information about this setup, check out the details. Check out the playlist in the description below. If you want more details about the setup that we're trading here, how to count legs, how to find second entries. Also, we trade pure price action, and so everything on the charts help us with price action. So we have the trading range indicator, using price action to find trading ranges, and we also have the 2-legged pullback indicator, all these numbers automatically identifying us every single second entry. So for those who are new, who don't know how to read the how to use the 2-legged pullback indicator, just look at the super signal, which is to the right of the chart, right? This is the super signal, and when this is dark green or dark red in the right context, then we take it, because dark green, dark red means the second entry. Right now we have break a trend. We're looking for a new low here, pandas, And I'm thinking maybe to take a short here, but we're also bouncing off this channel, right? Not only are we went down to the channel and we broke this trend, but we also bounced off of it, making me a little hesitant to go low here, because when we bounce off a support like this, it makes me wonder if we're going to bounce back to the top here. $10K chart about to create a second entry long, but looks ugly to me. We have a second entry long. If I'm going to take this out, it's trade really small. They can come back to the top of the trading range perhaps. It does trigger. The 10K two-legged pullback does trigger. It's a big wonky two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Good signal bar though. Very good signal bar. And it gives us a perfect scalp here. Gives us a perfect scalp. You could be trapped in this trade still. Just a little wonky. I don't like these overlapping bars. But this could be a trading range back to the top of the trading range on a 10K chart. Still perfect scalp, right? You can see it's a perfect scalp because there's a yellow box, a gold box around this number here. And so that means that if we reverse here, we know that the previous reversal was only 5 ticks. And so that's why I know it's a perfect scalp. I can also count it with using my grids here, right? Because we hit the 50s, we broke at the 50s, and we had the 50 here would be a perfect scalp. But this is a visual signal, helps us see that that was a perfect scalp. That if it reverses now, that we will be trapping out some traders up here. This is a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Not interested because, okay, we made an absolute scalp on the 10K chart. Absolute scalp on 10K. Right, hard trade in my opinion, just because the risk was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and about 6-point risk. So big risk, so I can't take that trade, but you know, that was a setup. We do have a two-legged pullback, but pandas. It's hard to take a two-legged pullback above the 20 MA like this, in my opinion. It's not somewhere, it's not a place where I like to take a two-legged pullback, right? A second entry short typically happens beneath the 20 MA. We're above the 20 MA right now. Hard to take this trade if we're gonna take it. Aaron Korn, yo, can someone link me? Can someone link me that? I'll look that up. So I would love for you guys to continue to save on Apex if you guys are interested. All right, I got it. I found it. It's official. It happened today. Amazing. It is official here. That is. We'll update this guy. Coming back to the top of the top of the 1-5. Thank you. Thank you, Eric Horn. Do appreciate that. My pandas. Woo! The 10K chart showing strong bull bar ending near its high. I'm thinking bull trend day today. When you have your 5-minute looking like this with 2 big bull bars, depending on how this bar finishes, man, we're looking for a strong bull trend day today. And we are looking maybe for new all-time highs. I mean, the all-time highs are not that far away. We're looking for new all-time highs potentially here. But when you have a strong bull bar like this ending near its high, let's see the 5-minute strong bull bar ending near its high here. We're looking for a strong bull trend day today, and we're gonna let the price action tell us more and more information as every candle finishes. But we're looking for a long entry sometime soon, and that's why I didn't want to go short anywhere here, because when you bounce off the bottom of the channel like that, right, you actually miss it by a little bit. I think about half a tick you miss it. It comes all the way up like this, breaking out now, and I think this is a proper breakout because of the strong bullish move. Right, we're in a breakout. This is breakout mode right now, so we cannot go short at all. We might even be able to take a trap here. Depends. We may be able to take this first entry trap here. It's far away from the 20 MA, but if the move is strong enough, then we can actually take a trap trade here. With a strong move like that, I'm thinking, you know, we're always in long. So that's why if we break this and actually create a trap here, it might actually scalp out for us. Pandas, my pandas. We don't even get the trap. It makes a micro double bottom because the bulls are so eager to enter. They don't even let it trap traders here. And we're getting a micro double bottom instead and pushing up higher. I want some sort of entry here. I want some sort of stop entry if I can get it. I would like it to trap here and push higher. Micro triple bottom. Okay, we got our potential trap here. Looking for any reason to go long, really. Ooh, but that's not what you want to see, right? That's not what should happen. We actually get a perfect scalp here. I'm going to sit on my pause here. I'm going to wait for a two-legged pullback, but I'm thinking still going long. Right, I think this is a proper breakout here. Ryan Shatner says, I'm up 20 points. Let's go, baby. Let's see if we can find a two-legged pullback. It's still a trap here. Now it's an absolute scalp, no trap. So that's a little unusual, right? After a breakout, you don't typically think the bears can make money. Right? The bears typically don't make money right away, and you gotta consider that when you're reading price action. Right? That's unusual that the bears were able to scalp out there. If this was a strong breakout, right? The bears should never be making money like that. But it is what it is, and this is what we saw here. We do have potential trap trade on the 10K chart. Strong bull bar ending years high, some follow through, and if it reverses here and it hits this, I might even go long on this trap on the 10K chart. Big risk, so I'm gonna have to take a smaller. Either I can take a smaller, cut my contracts in half, or I can look for at least 2 points here. All eyes on the 10K chart right now. I'm gonna take this trap if we get to it. The 5-minute. Decent signal bar, but does have a wick here. It does have a wick here. It does have a wick. But for me, I think we have enough evidence to go long here. I will probably be taking 2 points on my main position, my main scalp. I like this trap trade. I like it to be a little less bearish, this bar, if I were to take this trap. We may have just a proper two-legged pullback on the 2K chart. Could just be a two-legged pullback forming here. And I like that trade a lot if we can get it. I like that trade a lot if we can get this two-legged pullback here on the 10K or the 2K chart. But as it stands, I don't know if we're going to get it. I think it's going to trap on the 10K. I might just take it on the trap on the 10K chart. I would like this two-legged pullback more than the trap on the 10K. A, B, C. I would like this if we could get it. But the trap on the 10K might be just as good, to be honest. Two-legged pullback, about to form here. Two-legged pullback, could be a Pikachu trade. We have the two-legged pullback forming here. Actually, it would be 4 pushes up, which is a little odd. This usually 4 pushes up means reversal here. It might be an outside bar reversal, but this is a two-legged pullback, as you can see. Two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback right now. Strong uptrend. I'm going to take this trade if I can get it. I don't want it to be outside bar reversal though, pandas. I do not like outside bar reversals. I do not want it to be outside bar reversal. It's the last thing I want it to be. And I want a decent signal bar. I don't want a big red bar, but with this breakout, with a two-legged pullback, I may be interested even on a slightly bad signal bar, as long as my risk isn't too terrible. Right now, this would be about 2.5 point risk if I were to take this trade. Should I take this two-legged pullback? Pandas, give me a 1 in the chat if you want to take this two-legged pullback. Give me a 2 if you're going to skip it. I like it a little closer to my 20 EMA, but I'm going to take this trade. Just enough room. I actually might take it with a buy limit. So I'm having my buy limit ready. If it does trigger, I'm going to scoot it back a little bit so we have enough room to top of this trading range here. Give me a 1 in chat if you're going to take it. Give me a 2 if no. Give me a 3 if you're going to take the reversal of this. If it breaks above. Okay, I'm in this trade. I took it one tick. I took it 1 tick shorter, or -1 tick, because I want enough room to the top of this trading range. I like how it ends green too, a bull bar ending near its high. I like that, how the trigger bar does end like that. Technically, this is a signal bar, and this is the trigger bar. The trigger bar is green, and that was enough for me to want to enter this trade, even after the second entry does trigger. But it is a Pikachu trade. This is a Pikachu. Strong bull trend. Always in long at the moment. Let's go, baby. Come on, don't stop me out. Give me a good runner here. Give me a good runner here. Give me a good runner. Don't stop me out. My runners have just been terrible on stream. It's just every runner gets stopped out. Don't stop me out. Come on. Come on. Don't stop me out. Almost wanna. All good. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. I would maybe consider this break a trend now, but I don't know. My breaker trends, I typically like it to be below 20 EMA. You know, when you have break a trend, you want it to be like that minor reversal to be a little stronger than this. But right now, we could be converting into some sort of spiking channel, right? Spike and channel upwards. I just need a couple more pivots to know where my channel will look like, how it will look like. Unfortunately, just like stops me out perfectly and bounces back up. But it's all good, pandas. Let's go, baby. The 10K actually does trap out here. And so that's what I was thinking. Maybe I should move my runner back and try to let the runner run, because we had this trap on the 10K chart, and this trap will probably go higher, right? This trap probably will scalp out at least on the 10K chart. And that's what I was thinking. Maybe I should bring my runner back, but I just took it. I didn't, it is what it is. Up 100 today. Let's go, baby. I'm about to just like oh, okay. Good looking out. Good looking out. Good looking out. It's 522. Good looking out, my pandas. My pandas. My pandas. See, this is why community is amazing. Thank you for that. I don't want to give any fake news here. Do appreciate that. Yeah, actually, that was a, I wanted to go back in time to use that coupon. Oh, don't you know I have a time machine? That's how I know how to always make money. Man, see, now it's pushing up, right? Stops me out, and now it starts to push up. Stops me out like perfectly. Even if I had it right at break even, I actually would have survived that. And we could have a nice push up here. Mainly because we have the trap, right? The trap triggering on the 10K chart. I was thinking we're gonna push up higher, and I could have maybe just brought it to break even exact, because I actually got -1 tick, or I got exactly at, yeah, I was actually able to come with a limit order. So it looks like we're going into our channel now, but in my opinion, when you have the 5-minute looking like this, right? No bear bars, right? All follow through. Multiple green bars in a row. You're just thinking today's gonna be an uptrend day today. I need to find opportunities to go up and yeah, and even scale in to go long, because if it does start to reverse, it most likely will turn to a trading range, and you'll have like a high percentage chance to just get out of your trade, at least break even. If break even at the minimum, and maybe even make a profit. Mr. Sleep says account 07 in title description. Is this your 7th go? No, this is my 2nd go, but this is my 7th day on this account. So this is the 7th day that I've been trading this account, and yeah, we're up about 2K something. A little bit more now, but yep. This is an L4 setup, but the way the price action is speaking to us right now, I mean, we could be going up for a while. We could be going up all day today. I'm looking at the daily right now, and we do have a trading range on the daily chart, but it's not sure how strong this trading range will be on the daily. I'm thinking it's gonna make new all-time highs, maybe even today. We are at the top of the trading range on the daily, and if we do bounce off, it'll be around here if we're gonna reverse, but it's hard to say. Hard to say. I mean, when you have a strong move like this, is why I wish I kept my runner, because I felt like it was gonna keep going up like this. But it is what it is, pandas, and you gotta just manage it as you would manage any other trade. So got stopped out exactly, hits my runner perfectly, and then bounces off of it. I could have let it marinate a little bit there, but I didn't want to take any loss. This is the 4th push up, so this could be potential L4, but the price action is stronger going upwards. So it's not, wow. That's why L4s are strong, right? The price movement is strong upwards, but that L4, people took their profits there. On the daily chart also, right? Top of the channel, just people took the profits there on the daily chart. Sorry, top of the trading range. That was a big, strong move down. So you're wondering, it could be break a trend to new high there. It could be that. It could be this break a trend to new high. I think this is the first break a trend, to be honest. If I were to read this, chart this to me would be my first break a trend. Right, coming below the 20 MA like that. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range perfectly. If you guys notice, pandas, that the 2K chart had a trading range marked way back here, and when it popped down, it comes right down back to the bottom of the trading range perfectly, hitting it, bouncing off of it. Trading range indicator using pure price action to mark these trading ranges, telling you exactly where it was going to bounce. Bounced off right there for about 2 points. First break a trend, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another push up. Now things are looking a little less strong, right? It looks weaker. And the reason why is because we're converting into a trading range now. And so bull breakout phase is done, right? Spike in channel is done. And now the channel is creating a trading range where the channel is the first bull leg in the trading range. I hope that makes sense, right? We convert from breakout phase to channeling phase, right? To channeling phase to trading range phase. And it just kind of gets weaker and weaker, and we can see it through the price action. Right now we are in the trading range phase. Balancing is so perfect off of the bottom of that trading range. I cannot even script that. You can't make that stuff up. This is absolutely incredible. Bouncing perfectly off the bottom of the trading range right there. Coming back up, right? Basically recovering this huge spike down, just recovering it immediately, you know, with his own swing back up. Basically trading range price action, in my opinion. But hard to say, you know, what you typically look for at this point is a new high. So, but we're also at the top of the trading range, so a little difficult, but I personally think we're going to make a new high sometime soon. I think we're going to make a new high. ABC. Boy, oh boy. This is a little difficult here because I don't like to go long on top of trading range. Don't like to go long on top of trading range here. In fact, this is where you go short back to the bottom of the trading range. Typically what will happen. But in my opinion, you got first breaker trend here. Looking for a new high. That makes a perfect scalp. We're still in Trap City, right? We got Pikachu set up here. That disappears. It goes one more tick low, right? This gold box will disappear because that will be an absolute scalp. You see as that ticks down, that gold box disappears because it's no longer a perfect scalp. Now it's just a regular second entry long. It's not a trap trade any longer. This is a two-legged pullback, pandas. A, B, C. It is a two-legged pullback. Top of the trading range. I'm not going to take that. Even though it's off the 20 MA, I'm not going to take this trade because off the top of the trading range. Terrible signal bar. Potential reversal here. Right, 2 moves up, but I'm still looking for a new high here. And this trading range, right, that's why I didn't want to go long there, pandas. That's exactly why I didn't want to go long. Right, because you have this breaker trend. It could potentially reverse here, but in my opinion, I'm still looking for that new high. Still looking for that new high. If this trap fails here, I'm going to try to trade the bottom of this trading range back to the top. If this trap comes down and reverses. I want to see this trap to trigger, though. Pandas, my pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. We're already up $100, but in my opinion, it doesn't matter that I'm up $100. It's more important that I got 2 scalps in a row. And if you have, you know, depending on how many contracts you trade, since this is a strategy based on high probability, you could have, you know, up to like you can have $1,000 right now for just two two scalps. You just have to increase your contracts. I'm only trading 2 contracts, so basically making some basically the scalp plus runner setup. It's a terrible setup. I wouldn't recommend a one scalp, 1 runner, because when you lose kind of a lot more proportionally than what you gain. But yeah. But I'm trading 2 right now for you guys, so we can have a runner just in case we do have a runner, so we can manage it with you guys on stream. Since this is I call edutainment, right? Some education, some entertainment here. Getting another push up here, pandas. This could give us the scalp, but again, another terrible signal bar. It's a higher low setup. You're thinking you're coming back to the bottom of the trading range here. Kind of looks like a head and shoulders right now, but I don't think it is. I think it will make an attempt to make a new high, but I don't know how it's going to get there. I don't know if it's going to get there after this push. It really depends. Getting choppy here, pandas, right? Overlapping bars. Hard to take this trade. Right, you have already, you have the trading range indicator marking for you the trading range, telling you perfectly, where the top is and where the bottom is right now. And, the trading range indicator is just, when it's on, it is on. It is on. Bottom trading range to the top of the trading range, probably to the bottom of the trading range again. In my opinion, most likely back to the bottom of the trading range. It's a very small trading range though. I think people are getting confused. 150. Let's see. Let's do that. Make it a little less confusing. Episode 7. Change the title for those who think this is my 7th attempt. This is only my 2nd attempt, but my 7th episode on the 2nd attempt here. Pandas, my pandas, hope you guys are doing well too. It's just too choppy. Cannot take any trades here. This is what happens during stream. It just gets super choppy. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Chop, 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 chop. Not taking this trade. Outside bar reversal. Still think there might be a new high here. But to me, this is a bona fide breaker trend here. And strong bar, bull bar ending near its high, right? We've got a 5-point bull bar here from the bottom to the top. And we're looking probably for a new high here, I think. That's typical. It'll attempt to at least make a double top. But in my opinion, kind of hard to go long, right? I'm not thinking always in long now, right? I did with this super strong bull breakout, but now we went straight into consolidation here, and we hit a breaker trend. So really, anything can happen. Pandas, hopefully you guys are doing well. Let's go, baby. Just reading some of the chats, answer any questions. Jonathan Hotspot says, awesome analysis, Panda. Let's go, baby. Do appreciate it. Free paper cut says you should celebrate with some whiskey. Let's go, baby. Hey, Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. If you guys are here Thursday, then we'll have a whiskey challenge for you guys. Alright. By the way, guys, if you want 50% off, Apex has a new coupon, save 50 for 50% off if you want to start an Apex evaluation. Sitting on my pause here. Sitting on my pause. No clear direction yet. Could just be trading range. Come back to the bottom of the trading range here. This is typically where I would fade it, but we've been making higher lows every time, and we still have not made a new high here. So it's a little confusing. I have two conflicting things. I have trading range, also the break of trend to new high. I have these two things, you know, opposing each other. So I'm gonna sit on my pause. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not sure if this market wants to make a new high or if it wants to come back to this trading range. There is a pinned message, by the way, for those who want to use a coupon code. Also, it helps a lot if you use the link in the coupon or in the pinned message to sign up using the link and also using the coupon. If you are interested in the Apex account, by the way, if you guys are just rolling in, I'm Bye Money. And welcome to my journey passing the Apex evaluation to get a $150,000 funded account. Count. That's pretty good, right? The echo. And we're doing it here trading the E-mini, S&P futures, the ES, the biggest, baddest, most liquid market in the world. It's a Super Bowl trade. We trade it here every single day at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Glad that you guys can join us. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Also, if you're just joining, make sure you drop a GM in the chat. And also, drop your location. We want to know where you guys are from to get a better idea of the community here, the Panda Army. So, glad that you guys can join us. I'm Bye Money. And we trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. A, B, C. It's a setup that looks like this: two pushes down, two pushes up. The two-legged pullback in the right context. This is greater than, you have a greater than 90% probability to make 1 point on the E-mini, scalping this setup here. The reason why is because the market loves to move in twos, and so when the market makes two moves, that means this move is done. And typically we like to take the second entry here. We like to go long here, short here, because the two moves, that means that move is done. And now we have to take the opposite side of it. So off supports, resistant lines, trend lines, channels, right? Any key areas we like to take the setup. Also, we have the two-legged pullback indicator automatically marking for us every single second entry. And so for those who are interested, you can go to the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Also, if you're interested in opening your own Apex account to get $150,000 to trade with being funded, you can sign up using the pinned message in the chat. There is a coupon currently going on until January 5th, 2022. And you can save 50% off. And that is an amazing deal. Amazing deal. So please, guys, if you want, please use that coupon. Also use the link as well. Let's go, baby. Attempt to make that new high, but we're still making higher lows, right, and higher highs. So in my opinion, this is starting to look like a spiking channel here. The trading range is still valid on the 2000 tick chart, but in my opinion, it's hard to fade that just because the signal bar is really bad. But I wouldn't be so opposed to fading this right here. Wouldn't be so opposed to that. You just have to be ready to lose whenever you go in. Actually, the 10K chart printing a strong bull bar ending near its high on a trap. There's another trap on the 10K chart here. Actually, no, it's not a trap. But we have a strong bull bar ending near its high. Had to refresh it. The indicator there. Refresh this. We're good here. Two-legged pullback on the 5-minute. A, B, C potentially. No setup that I really like. Strong push down, so that's why I was saying, you know, those who went short here, I wouldn't be opposed to that because you have a double top now forming, and you also have the trading range still valid, right? This trading range is still here on the 2000 tick chart. Spike in channel. I'm just not sure now. I thought this would just be super strong bull trend day today, but it is converting into a pretty strong channel right now. Hard to say. I don't have a setup here. Do not have a setup. My setup will be a reversal trade here, but I don't think it's going to happen. The 10K chart showing strong bull bar ending near its high, showing strong bear bar now. I'm not sure where it's going to end. You got to look for the bar to finish, but showing strong bear bar, basically reversing this entire bar here. Right, showing us trading range price action again, just like yesterday. The 5-minute second entry might trigger soon, but terrible signal bar. Right, if you look at the 5-minute, this is a second entry short, but terrible signal bar. This is your signal bar. Big risk. Hard to trade. Also trading range on the 5-minute as well. 10K still hasn't shown us a trading range. The main reason being is because the trading range is still active down here on the 10K chart. Amazing. Right, this is actually still active. Still valid trading range. We may, if you are feeling like this is going to go down, you can take the lower high here. This lower high first entry. It'll be lower high first entry. And so if this goes up, it's going to reverse and it will be a lower high, but it'll be a first entry. I typically only take second entries on this channel or traps. But with this setup, this might be a good setup to go short here if we get a nice signal bar to go short. Bouncing on the top of the trading range right now. Got to push up. Right, we got a lower high second entry, but remember, if there's ever a lower high, sorry, a lower high first entry, if there's ever a lower high, it could turn into this, a two-legged pullback. The only reason why I really wouldn't take this trade is because we actually have no moving average gaps, right? That means that 20 EMA has been a support for us. We haven't had a moving average gap, which means, right, when you get the extreme, right, there's a gap here between the low, the extreme of the candle, right, the low of the candle to the moving average, right, there's a gap here. Here we see there's no gaps, right, there's no gap with the high of the candle to the moving average, right. It hasn't, I mean, that means that there was never a strong enough break to create a gap here. So that kind of makes me hesitant to go short here because you're thinking if there's no gap here, right, if there hasn't been any gaps, if we go down and actually push down, it might reverse back up because there has been no gaps, right? Confusing right now, right? There's no setups for us, absolutely no setups at the moment for us. Unfortunate, right? During stream, just always happens. Like the first hour of stream, for some reason, the first hour of trading has just not been good. Right? For those who took advantage of this swing, right? Congratulations. If you're able to swing this. But other than that, you know, other than the trades that I took, this trap here, you know, other than those trades, in my opinion, I'm just like, I'm not sure. Any other good trades, really. We do have a lower high setup. Right, sitting here, we can see with the 2 here, that means we know it's a lower high, right? It's a light red 2, right? Pink 2. And with that pink 2, it means that it's a lower high. It's not a second entry though, but it's a lower high. Right, any number greater than 1 that you see, right, will be a lower high or a higher low. Right, if it's red, then it's a lower high. If it's green, then it means it's a higher low. Any number higher than 1. Right, no trades for us. Still going up. No trades for us yet. No setups really. We do have a double top here, right? This is a double top, right? Perfect double top, perfect hit. But in my opinion, right, we have these higher lows creating pressure on this double top. May cause a breakout of some sorts. Not going short here. But we do have, in my opinion, right, basically this uptrend. Right, this channel, in my opinion, is done. Right, you have this breaker trend to new high. Right, attempt to new high, ends up being a double top. The lower high does trigger here. Lower high triggers here. We could come back to the bottom trading range, but in my opinion, it's hard because we have not yet actually have a moving average gap. So in my opinion, every time we try to go below, basically these are all fail breakdowns of the 20 MA. Right? Market trying to reverse it on the 20 MA, trying to create a breakdown. It's failing every time so far. So hard for me to take this short here. Terrible signal bar as well above the 20 MA. You got to read the price action for what it is. And from what it is right now, we just don't know what's happening. Just unsure. Someone out there with a different strategy may know what's happening, but in terms of the two-legged pullback, right, this is not good context. Right, it's completely sideways movement here, slanted up. The spiking channel is a little easier to see on the 10K chart. Right, spike channel, and you can see this channeling now. You can see this channel on the 10K chart. A little easier to see on the 10K. Spike channeling. Right, spike and channel happens because after a breakout, which is typically the spike, right? The spike is the breakout. Breakout, strong bull bars ending near its high. And then it turns into a channel in the same direction of the breakout, but at a lesser degree. And so it starts to convert, right? As a breakout, right? As the bull trend starts to weaken, it turns to a channel. And then oftentimes a channel turns into a trading range, and the trading range could, that's why after a channel breaks, your target is the bottom of the channel because you're expecting a trading range to form. And what I mean by bottom of the channel, basically where the channel begins, right, in the spiking channel. So for those who took that short here, just got stopped out right there. And, I would be actually interested in taking this short here to get to the bottom trading range. That's kind of where I would take this trade. That's the only trade I would really consider right now, is this short here, this trap. But we're so congested, I just do not know, what to do here. I simply do not know. Strong bull bar ending near its high, but still too much overlap for me. Right, terrible signal bar as well to take. Terrible signal bar. But we are in a spiking channel right now. We're just waiting. We just don't have much here, in my opinion. Jonathan Hospital said, is there a book on choppy PA for Al Brooks? There is. He talks about it in his Ranges book. Green Trader says, Panda, what's your favorite Al Brooks course? Mine is Gaps in Buying Pressure. That was all new to me. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, basically there's a gap here, right? This gap actually gets filled perfectly. I was looking at that, but there's a gap here. It gets filled perfectly there and bounces off of it. But yeah, the gaps are an interesting concept. No one really talks about gaps the way Al Brooks does. Green Trader giving us a little insight here. Inside, outside, inside, IOI pattern on the 5-minute failed wedge. You have a I, O, I don't see the IOI pattern. I see actually OIO. Actually, I don't see IOI pattern. I just see a OI pattern right here. Inside bar. Right, so we had this double top. What I mentioned is that we kept having higher lows, creating pressure on this double top, thinking it's going to break out here. We do have a little spike of that double top here. And, you know, we're just, in my opinion, this is just in the spiking channel. You know, we're at the top of the spiking channel here, and you might actually find a reason to go short here on the top of the spiking channel, but to me, we actually have not hit it yet. Very close to hitting it, but we actually have not hit it yet. I gotta make this as accurate as possible, precise as possible here. But we actually not have hit the top of the channel yet, so I can't even take the short here. Right, we make a new high. Not interested in that short yet. Would like it if it actually touched the top of the channel, right? It makes a perfect, it makes a scalp, right? Absolute scalp. Right, the spiking channel is just so blatant. Could be coming back to the bottom channel. Notice that the trading range is still valid on the 2K chart. That's how choppy we've been. Let's see if we get a moving average gap now. I mean, we're hitting the moving average, but still no gap. We're still kind of hovering on it. Something interesting here to take note is that we had 4 pushes up on the 10K chart. Typically can be a reversal. The 5-minute, the 2-legged pullback does trigger terrible signal bar. Right, huge risk. 10K chart or the 2K chart. I was thinking about going short there, but I wish it spiked up and touched the top of my channel here. I wish it did that, and I would have been interested in going short there actually, but because it didn't, I sat on my pause. You know, it is what it is. You know, you're not really thinking you're going to go that far down when you have no moving average gaps. And you're thinking, will this make a moving average gap now? Who knows? Currently is not making a moving average gap, right? There's no gap right now with the high of the candle to the moving average. Still watching. Not much we can do, pandas. Just sitting on our paws. No good setups. I mean, you could have taken that short, but it's a little risky in my opinion. Notice this was a 2-legged pullback. A, B, C, 2 pushes up, right? Finishing that move upwards. The market saw 2 moves up, wanted to take its profits, and then reversed. Pandas, the 10K trading range just convert, wow. The 10K trading range just adjusted itself, right? To include all of this to be part of this one big trading range. This is one big trading range according to the 10K chart. Even with this huge spike up here, we could potentially come all the way back down to the bottom of the trading range, all in the 10K chart, right? This strong breakout is just not, it's not looking what you want it to look like for a strong bull day. And like I mentioned before, right, no moving average gap still, right? So for those who thought this can go way back down with the strong bear bar, gotta wait for a moving average gap. I want to see some evidence here. I need more evidence that we're gonna go reverse this. Lower high setup. Lower high setup. Outside bar reversal. Outside bar reversal right here. Lower high setup. The 10K chart might trigger a second entry here. Technically a 4th entry. It might trigger a 4th entry here. It might come back down to the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. This is what I see possibly. But still in the spiking channel, I'm going to respect the spiking channel until the spiking channel breaks. Right, I'm going to respect the 20 EMA as long as there's no moving average gap. Again, you thought we might break down, but the moving average, right? There's no gap yet. So we don't have evidence yet that this is reversing, pandas. Hope you guys understand that. Hope you guys are seeing what I'm seeing here and why I'm not taking any trades, right? Pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. We're ending near our low. Depending on how this candle finishes, we could finally have a moving average gap. But I'm just respecting the spiking channel. Barely enough room to the bottom of this channel here in the spiking channel. Right, we do have that breaker trend to new high, right? That's what I was waiting for. But this has been such choppy price action. Look at how many overlapping bars we have. It's just the name of the game, pandas. This is what happens. Or when it happens on stream, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not gonna enter any of these setups. There's no setups. I entered the trades that I thought were good. Right, two-legged pullback off the 20 MA on a strong bull trend. Pikachu trade. Right, trap trade here. I like that trade a lot. We finally have break a trend to new high, in my opinion, right here with this mark here. Right, this could be right the end of this bull trend. Again, pandas, look at no moving average gap. We came back up to cover that gap. We'll see in the next couple bars. Ludwig Pierzinski asks, could you explain a little more on moving average gap? Well, other than what it actually is, one way we use it is to measure the first minor reversal for a major reversal. Right? The reason why we're looking for moving average gaps is because we want to see if this bull trend is going to reverse. And when you have moving average gaps, that means that it's starting to convert most likely into a trading range. And we can confidently say most likely will be a minor reversal. So there's actually a moving average gap. It's something we look for if we were looking for a reversal sometime in this bull trend. And so we typically don't like to trade the first moving average gap. But if it comes back up, we want to trade the second moving average gap. This is coming back to the bottom of the trading range possibly here. Right? But I'm going to respect this spiking channel. Right? I have a channel here. I'm going to respect it first. Right? I'm not going to trade into that. Right? Because of this spiking channel. Right? I'm not going to even look for the bottom of the trading range because the spiking channel is here now. And this here, it might be our first moving average gap. As you can see, we have a gap here, right? From the high, right? There's a gap here. There's a gap between the high of this bar to the moving average, showing us now that this uptrend is breaking. It's starting to break down. It's starting to weaken here. So now we have a moving average gap. Now I'm interested in looking for some sort of opportunity, right, to look for a major trend reversal. This spiking channel though, right, it does give you a point there, and it could hit the bottom of the trading range on the trading range indicator. All of this was just a charade to nothing, just to back to a trading range. We thought we were gonna break out maybe, but it's hard to say. It's just too choppy. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range, amazing on the trading range indicator, right? I'm looking for a reversal trade now, potentially. But, pandas, I cannot tell you how perfect that hit was. I can't. This trading range has been here since way back here, and it bounced off perfectly here. It bounced off perfectly here. I'm not sure if it's going to hold this time, but it did bounce off of it for 1 point at least. It's a perfect hit. That trading range indicator is just perfect right now. Perfect hit at the bottom of the trading range, on the trading range indicator. There is no indicator like this, I don't think, right now, that uses pure price action to mark these trading ranges. Man, how could you have, you know, just that perfect hit? Perfect hit. So we have a bona fide moving average gap. This trap trade here is tricky. It's very tricky. In my opinion, I think we're still in a trading range. I cannot go short into this bottom of this trading range, even though I like the context of this reversal here. I actually like it a lot. I like this reversal a lot. But this trading range is stopping me from going short into the trading range. The bottom of the trading range, I'm just been too choppy for me. And I'm not trusting any breakouts. So if we got a trap up here, right? If this setup happened up here, I would have taken that 9 out of 10 times, right? If we had this setup here, I would have taken it back to the bottom trading range. I would have taken it. But we don't have that setup. We have it way down here, which is now could be, right, fighting this trading range that we've been in. So I'm sitting on my pause. But otherwise, I love these trap trades. But It's just not the place for it. Right now we're at the bottom of a trade. I'm not going to bank on a breakout here. I'm not looking for a breakout. Jonathan Hotspot says he likes it a lot. Hey, give me a 1 in the chat if you're going to take this short here on this trap. Give me a 2 if you're going to skip it. Give me a 3 if you're going to take the reversal back to the top of the trading range. What I would take is a failed trap here. I would take that back to the top of the trading range. That's what I would take. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're going to take this trap. Give me a 1 if you're in it. Give me a 2 if you're skipping it. Those who took this trap almost got scalped out pretty quickly. The 5-minute finally hits the 20 EMA. So now that's done with. Perfect scalp almost. Absolute scalp will be on the zeros here. Yeah, the outside bar reversal. Hate those. I'm thinking trading range, and I'm thinking maybe to even go long here to fade this breakout. It's just been so choppy. I'm just thinking more chop. I may fade this breakout here for a point. This failed breakdown. Give me a decent signal bar and I'll go long here. Fading this breakdown. Strong move down though. This is a pretty strong move down. Hard to actually go long here just because this move has been so steep. You typically like break a trend to new low to go long, but you could fade this breakout here using trading range indicator. Terrible signal bar. Not interested in that. Just watching, pandas. Tempting to go down again. Makes a perfect scalp. Absolute scalp. For those who took this trap, congratulations. You just made your scalp. Congrats. My opinion, you know, banking on the breakout here. But we did have this trend line, right? Very steep trend line, but it is a trend line with a trap here. People may try to fade this breakout here. They may be trying to fade this breakout. Terrible signal bars, about 3 points of risk here. If I were to take it, I'll probably maybe have a scale in trade, one scale in trade here. Terrible signal bar. At about 3 points of risk. Hard to fade that on that kind of bar. But still, this trading range, in my opinion, is still valid. Well, kind of like how that ended there. Strong reversal bar. Thinking about fading this trading range or this breakout. Alright. Hesitated too much. It already makes a perfect scalp. Hesitated, but I don't think I would even get into that trade. Been hard because I would have wanted this bar to finish. Terrible signal bar, but the trigger bar is good. If the entry bar is good, then maybe. J80 says, I'm all out. Let's go, baby. Congrats. Congrats. Absolute scalp on that. Hard to trade that, in my opinion, right? Big bear bar like that. But, you know, fading the trading range. That's what it is. If you were to take that, you would have scalped out. Patel or Vish, did you restart the Apex? I did not. Did not. Congrats for those. You could have took that trap and also the reversal, but that is like counterintuitive. If you took this trap plus the reversal, that's really counterintuitive. You can do both. That's very hard in my opinion. I like the setup here, right? Fading this trading range, but at the breakout here. But didn't like that signal bar. Very terrible. In my opinion, this channel is broken too. Right, so the spiking channel is broken. Pandas, my pandas. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Do appreciate you guys joining. We had two good scalps earlier on. I marked them here on these green circles. And if you look in the stream, you guys can see, you know, my trades. So two good scalps. I'm actually happy with that for the stream, but yeah, it's just hard to say what was going to happen here. That reversal does work out for you, and this fading, this breakout also works out for you, but that terrible signal bar, hard to fade with that in my opinion. With the entry bar like this, I was thinking about coming back in with a slight retracement, but I don't think I would be filled because I put my retracement right here at the top here and wouldn't have filled me. So it is what it is. Sir Lancelot. Jack Bjorn entering the chat, flexing his 25 contracts with 11.5 points. Congratulations. Ludwig, no problem. Right, the first moving average gap ends up being a very strong minor reversal here. I just don't trust anything right now. Today, right, all of this choppy price action, right, I just don't trust any breakouts, right? Just doesn't feel right. bottom of the trading range to the top of the trading range. I mean, this is basically like an advertisement for the trading range indicator. I mean, I don't know what else to say. We're looking for a new low, if anything. Pandas. Hope you guys are all green today. Price action has been very choppy. Trading range price action so far. Top of the trading range to the bottom of the trading range. It's just insane. Hits it perfectly the top of the trading range. Comes back down to the bottom of the trading range. You cannot script this. It just happens, right? The trading range indicator marking the trading range way back here, giving us this trading range, and it's just beautifully hitting the bottom and tops. Failed breakouts to the top, failed breakouts to the bottom. Pandas. Looks like the market is absolutely just frozen right now. It's just not doing anything, and man, it's just, it is what it is. I wish we had more volatility. It's just not there. Not there today. I don't know. Maybe we're approaching the holidays or something. It's just, I don't know. I mean, on the daily, we're actually in the daily, just in this trading range on the daily right now. We hit the top of the trading range. We're actually at the bottom, back to the top. I was like expecting with this huge movement that we're gonna make new all-time highs, but now I'm not thinking so. Doesn't seem like it any longer. Wouldn't be surprised if we have a reversal here. This breaks down. Really wouldn't be surprised if this breaks down back to the bottom of this channel here. Sometime during the day. What I actually will be looking for will be a setup like this. Fail second entry long on the 10K chart. Looking for the top of the trade. The trader is just too small. Cannot trade it. It's just too small to trade, in my opinion. I can't trade it unless you're with limit orders, bottom and top of it. Let's say if you didn't have the trading range indicator, how would you know this is trading range? Overlapping bars, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Pretty much all overlapping bars, big wicks, no trend bars, right? The bars themselves are trading range bars, and you got dojis here, and this is where you can start your alerts to start going off, saying maybe we're gonna start converting to a trading range with all of this price action here. It doesn't look good, and the choppiness continues, right? Even with this move up, we can see that there are dojis here, there are long tails and wicks here, and here overlapping bars as well. And it's just like when a lot of bars look like this, right, with overlap like that, right here you can see this is not trading range price action. When you see this, you're like, okay, this is a clear direction upwards, right? Clear direction here, right? Clear directions here. But when you start to see a bunch of candles that look like this, the alarm should start going off saying, this is not good, right? With all of these, because the market is fractal, right? On the smaller time frame, this is actually just a trading range, right, on this one bar. And when these bars make trading ranges, then on the higher time frame, it becomes trading range as well. Because since the market is fractal, right, every time frame basically can affect itself, affect the other time frames. You'll see the same patterns here. Like if I said this was a daily chart, you wouldn't be able to tell. If I told you this is an hourly chart, 30-minute chart, you wouldn't be able to tell because the market's fractal. You see all the same patterns in every time frame. I'm not looking to go short the bottom of this trading range, but the 20 EMA is starting to look a little like resistance right now. But I cannot go short into the bottom of this trading range, unfortunately. It makes the point. Perfect scalp. I may take this reversal here up, actually. That's like... I actually want to take this reversal back up to the top of the trading range here. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this long here, back to the top of the trading range. That's a terrible signal bar though. Nah, can't take it with that signal bar. It makes an absolute scalp. That gold box disappears, so the absolute scalp is done. This is its own little two-legged pullback here. A, B, C, two-legged pullback. Right, move down. You're looking for a new low, but the low attempt could have been finished with this two-legged pullback here. And we might make another move up to the top of the trading range. But pandas, notice that 20 EMA is acting as like a resistance right now, right? We tried to break out twice, failed to do so. Right? We tried to break out 1, 2 times, could not break out of the 20 EMA. I may look to go long here though. I kind of like this trade to go back to the top of the trading range, right? It's a lower high, it's a higher low setup with a two-legged pullback, right? This whole two-legged pullback is done now, and basically you have one push down, a two-legged pullback, and try to basically make another attempt down here, and we might get a nice move back up to the top of the trading range. With a good, decent signal bar, it might be interesting going long here. Attaching it to the indicator. Gonna go long here, see what happens. Higher low setup here. I'll take this hit, but it's a higher low second entry with the bottom of the trading range. And I'm thinking we're going to try to come back, make another attempt at top of the trading range, just because we've been so choppy. But if I get stopped out here, then this could be the possible reversal that might bring us down pretty far. But do not copy my trades, pandas. I'm willing to lose this trade. You know, every trade that you enter, you must be willing to lose it. And I'm completely okay losing this trade. And I'm fine with that. And you have to be okay with any trade you enter and that you take the loss. And for me, I'm just thinking this is worth it. We're the higher low, right? Two-legged pullback back to the top of the trading range, trying to fade this this breakdown. Looks like I'm getting stopped out though, but it is what it is. Get stopped out. It's all good, pandas. Get stops out. Maybe I put my stop loss a little too close. It might actually make the scalp now. I might have used the wrong. I might have to use this as my stop loss, but it is what it is. It's all good, pandas. I mean, I'll take that setup. You know, back into the trading range. I'll take it. Get stopped out, but Unfortunate. But this outside bar reversal, I'm not taking that. Stop you out here. I mean, I could have used this as my stop loss. I've been 1, 2, 3 quarter points, but just unsure. One thing for this was we could have looked for the new low. We could have waited for the new low here before entering long, but I figured that the market was done here with this move. It was a two-legged move, and thinking back to the top of this trading range, but as we can see, it didn't happen. So I'm fine with losing that. You know, it's about like a 1 to 1.5 risk reward ratio, and in my opinion, it was worth it. But there were some things that you can use that, you know, made it seem like it won't work, because you do have like these failed breakouts of the 20 MA. But with all this choppiness, I just didn't think the 20 MA would. Yeah, hard to say, but all good. I don't mind being a little red on stream for a good setup, for a setup that I think will be a high chance to make a point. You know, good signal bar, right? Two-legged pullback. You already have a break of trend, right? Break of this trend, two-legged pullback, attempt to make a new low. That two-legged pullback, good signal bar, right? Bottom of trading range, basically making a higher low here. Thinking we come back, at least make a point here, but it is what it is. In fact, the fact that it does this, right? These two traps here makes me think it's gonna break down sooner or later. It might not be now. This actually might go all the way up, but I think sooner or later this will break down. Something odd has happened here, right? That should not have happened, right? We should have gotten a point there, but the fact that we couldn't, right, that actually reverses, makes me think that there are strong bears here, actually, right? There, you can see the bears' intentions here, by the price action. The fact that it actually triggers this trap here makes me think there are bears lurking here, and it might do one more bull trap and finally reverse. But yeah, Sorry about that, pandas. The landscaping, it was like literally right outside the window, and it was getting kind of loud, so I had to mute it. If you want to know what time frame I'm in, you can look in the bottom left of your screen. But man, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna end the stream red, but it's all good, pandas. Like, I think that was worth it. I mean, small risk here, it's all good. You know, you take that hit, and it is what it is. But pandas, with that, gonna end the stream here. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Trade safe, everybody. Stick to the plan, and see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. as always. And yeah, can't wait till tomorrow. So also make sure you guys use the coupon code if you're interested in the Apex account on the pinned message. It's 50% off until January 5th, 2022. So make sure you use that code, use the link as well. Do appreciate you guys. And hey, as always, trade safe. Happy trading. God bless. God bless.